Ali Lawal Al-Hassan of party NNPP received 16,198 votes. That Ali Lawal Al-Hassan of party NNPP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner.
It seems like the NNPP is giving APC a dose of their own medicine. I can't imagine at a time will come in the history of this country when APC will be crying foul and calling INEC to cancel an election. When APC will be crying of voter suppression and intimidation. I mean, we are talking about a party that is known for violence, thuggery, voter intimidation and suppression. But now they are the ones crying about this. This happened in Kano State. Kano State is populated by NNPP. It's an NNPP state. But APC has been doing everything possible to ensure that they take over Kano State. As a matter of fact, they wanted to use the back door by using the court to take over Kano State. We'll come to that later. A by-election was conducted on 16th of August 2025 and it was conducted in 13 states of the Federation to fill 16 vacant positions. Now, most of these positions are positions that were left vacant due to resignation and death. In Kano State, the polls took place in two constituencies, the Bagua and the Gari constituency. The ruling New Nigerian Party NNPP emerged victorious, solidifying the dominance in the region under Governor Abba Kabi Yusuf. But however, the outcome has been marred in controversy, with APC alleging widespread irregularities, violence and electoral malpractice. APC, through her publicity secretary, had to release a press statement calling for the cancellation of that election, and this is what the press statement states. The All Progressive Congress APC calls on the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC to immediately cancel the by-elections for Shonano Bagua constituency and the Gari constituency rerun election in Kano State due to widespread extreme violence and election disruption by armed thugs across several polling units in Shonano and Bagua and Gwari constituencies. Verifiable reports from Shonano and Bagua local government areas and Gari constituency have voters fleeing polling areas with deployed security personnel overwhelmed by the violence, making the prospect of a credible election impossible. Proceeding with the Shonano Kano State constituency by-election and Gari rerun election in the atmosphere of utter brigandage and outright violent voter intimidation will be against democratic dictates of free, fair and peaceful election and set a dangerous precedent for undesirable and unacceptable electoral heist. Signed, Felix Moka. I can't believe that I'm reading this from APC. I can't believe that APC will be so shameless to come on social media to release this kind of press statement. I can't believe the words that is coming from the mouth of APC. APC is making use of the word free, fair and peaceful election. APC is talking about setting dangerous precedent for undesirable and unacceptable electoral heist. I can't believe that APC is having concern that voters are fleeing polling areas. I can't believe that they are being concerned that security personnel are overwhelmed by the violence that erupt in polling units. Just imagine APC talking about widespread violence and election disruption by armed thugs across several polling units. This is so shocking to hear them talk about this because APC as a political party represents all of this. APC as a political party has never won an election through fair, credible and transparent process. Every election that APC has won in this country has been marred by electoral malpractice, violence, thuggery, intimidation, suppression. Let's even take a case study of what happened in Lagos State during the 2023 gubernatorial election. You saw what happened in Lagos State. That election was marred by widespread violence, voters' intimidation, suppression, harassment, because they wanted APC to win that election. Violence was unleashed on innocent voters. People were asked to go back to their home and vote. If you are not voting for APC, you'll be asked to go back to your state and vote. People were profiled because of their look. They were called Igbos because of how fresh they were looking. A young lady, Jennifer, was stabbed in her eyes in that election. Properties were destroyed. People were maimed and killed in that election. But APC did not release any statement condemning that violence. They didn't release any statement asking INEC to cancel that election because it favors them, because they initiated it. Now they are experiencing the same thing in Kano State. They are crying foul, calling for INEC to cancel that result. INEC will not cancel the result. NNPP owned Kano State. NNPP is giving APC a dose of their own medicine. Not that I am happy or celebrating what is happening in Kano State. Not that I'm celebrating election malpractice or violence. But at least I am happy that APC is beginning to realize that they don't have the monopoly of violence, election malpractice, voter suppression, thuggery. They don't have that monopoly. I am happy that the same violence, electoral malpractice they created is beginning to affect them. Now this is what bad government does. Bad government knows nobody. When the government is bad, it affects everybody, irrespective of your social, political, and economic status. It will affect you. For instance, a few days ago, we saw a celebrity, Fina, coming online to cry that her sister was knocked off by a truck belonging to Dangote, and she was left to suffer in the hospital. According to her, her leg was amputated, but Dangote neglected her sister to suffer. She resorted to social media to call out what happened to her sister. But I can't remember the last time this lady called for a good government. I can't remember the last time this lady asked people to go and get their PVC. Let us say she's a celebrity, she has a voice, she has supporters. She can use her platform to call for good government, to call for a credible election, to call for justice and fairness. But she has never done that to the best of my ability. I stand to be corrected. And there are many other celebrities out there. They don't even care about the politics in the country. To them, they are okay because they have money. Your money is meaningless in a country that is lawless. Your wealth, your social status is meaningless in a country that do not respect the laws of the land. If the law of the land is respected, if the law of the land is not a respecter of anyone, you don't need social media to come out and call out Dangote for neglecting your sister after his truck knocked her off. You don't need social media to do that. The law of the land will take immediate action the moment that incident happened. Dangote will be compelled by his own conscience because of the existing law to do the right thing. But unfortunately, despite your call out, he can choose to act or not, and there will be nothing that will be done to him. So when you see people calling for good government, they are not calling for good government because it is going to favor them alone. Good government will favor everybody the same way bad government will affect everyone. For instance, the bad government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is affecting everybody. The bad government is affecting everyone irrespective of your social economic status. Even the politicians are not left out. When President Muhammadu Buhari was sick, he was flown to London to go and be treated, and he died in a foreign land. This is someone that was the president for 8 years. He could not equip any hospital in this country that will be able to treat him when he's ill. When your president is ill, he will travel abroad for treatment. Politicians are being kidnapped and killed in Nigeria because of insecurity. A political party like APC is crying foul. Is talking about electoral violence. Is asking INEC to cancel an election. This is so weird. APC is the ruling party. APC have the ability to strengthen our electoral process. APC has the ability to strengthen INEC, to stop electoral violence, election malpractice. They have the ability to ensure that our elections are free, fair, credible, and violent-free. Look at what the kind of election we had in 2011 that produced Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Do you see how free, fair, and credible that election was? Look at the election in 2015. Ever since APC came to power, our elections have been nothing but sham. All the elections that have been conducted under the APC administration has been violence upon violence. It has been nothing but electoral fraud, electoral coup. Should we talk about the Edo State election? In our very own eyes, we saw open brazen election malpractice. Someone that is not even qualified or eligible to be voted in became the governor in Edo State, and is acting like a tout. There was a by-election in that Edo State, and it was characterized by votes buying. The August 16 by-election across the country was characterized by votes buying. APC enabled this. APC looked away while all of this were happening. And they did not call for it. They did not call for any cancellation because it favors them. But in an area where it did not favor them, they are calling and asking INEC to cancel the election. NNPP in Kano State is giving us a template on how to deal with this APC. APC is running mad. And for us to ensure that we defeat APC, we must run mad as them. We must match APC violence upon violence. What happened in 2023 was just that we were taken aback. We were taken unaware. We should not be taken unaware by APC in 2027, no. We should not allow APC to go away with the violence that they are planning to unleash on Nigerians. If they come with violence, we should respond with violence. Anyone that reeks should die. We should not wait for any security agencies. So the security agencies were around, but they were pretending to be there, and they look away and allow APC to rig in 2023. And they will also be around, and they will be pretending to be around, and they will allow APC to rig in 2027. We will not allow that to happen. We should borrow the lift in Kano State. The same way APC wanted to take over Kano State through the court process, through Supreme Court, but Kano State people went on the street and protested. They sent a signal out warning APC not to take over Kano State, else there will be violence. And APC had to step back and allow APC to be an NNPP state. This is how you treat madness. This is how you respond to violence. This is how you respond to people that have vowed that our elections will not be free, fair, credible, and transparent. If they don't want to experience violence, electoral malpractice, voter suppression, thuggery, they should ensure that they enact law to stop all of this. They have the power. They are the ruling party. APC can decide to ensure that our elections are free, fair, credible, and transparent. But because they know that a true, fair, credible, and transparent election will not favor them, that is the reason why they are allowing it to continue. Since they want it, let us play along with them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.